This is your vagus nerve, and part of its responsibility is to be the brake pedal for your autonomic nervous system and your fight or flight response. If you've got dysfunction along this nerve pathway, it can show up in the form of IBS and trouble digesting your food, chronic panic attacks that happen out of nowhere for no apparent reason, a racing heart rate that races out of control, again, for no apparent reason, trouble digesting your food properly, and even sleep disturbances. And the list doesn't stop there. If you look at this long list of different organs that this nerve eventually ends up with, it can cause dysfunction along any one of these nerve pathways. And if you look where it starts all the way up here at the top of the neck. If you've got dysfunction along this nerve pathway and a lot of strange symptoms showing up, it's very likely that the issue or the root of that issue is actually happening up here at the top of the neck. When the top two bones misalign and lock out of position due to micro trauma over time or macro trauma events, it can cause dysfunction along this nerve pathway, which manifests in those symptoms that you've been dealing with. Now, we are Neckwise Salt Lake City, and we get a close look at this upper neck for you by taking a 3D image. Once we find the issue with those top two bones, we can make very gentle corrections, moving them back into position, allowing this nerve to normalize and for function to start to normalize as well, which leads to a reduction or a resolution in those symptoms. Now, if you are outside of the Salt Lake, Utah area, you can go to uccnearme.com and you can find an upper cervical chiropractor who can check that neck for you in your area.